Here with Richard Simmons, Executive Director of the Center for Executive Leadership, also an excellent speaker and author. Here to talk with you, Richard, about your new book, The Power of a Humble Life. Congratulations, first of all, on the book. What was it that kind of compelled you to write this book and address this subject matter?
Well, over the years, I have spoken a number of times about pride and humility. And it seems like every time that I did, that I recognized how it was really speaking into the lives of the people who were present. I mean, I have them come up to me and say, I feel like you've been reading my mail. You really understand what's going on in my life. And so that really kind of stuck with me. But then also, I'm continually reminded and think often of what C.S. Lewis said about pride. He says it's the chief cause of misery in all nations and families throughout all of history. And so that just shows you how significant and important the issue is. And yet so many people don't really understand the issues. Most people don't understand that they struggle with pride.
Right.
As C.S. Lewis says, that pride, you see it in everybody else's life, you just don't see it in your own. So I felt like it would be very beneficial to deal with the issue of pride, and the way you do that is obviously through humility. And so that's really kind of the how the book came about, and we're real pleased with what we've come up with.
Right. Do you believe that the topic and this subject matter of humility is misunderstood today?
I think it clearly is, particularly in the age of social media and what have you, that most people think that humility is about passive, quiet people who get kicked around.
Right.
When in reality, I talk about how, in reality, the strongest people in life are the humble. And I go through a number of different examples of some of the great leaders throughout history. And every single person that's ever written about their lives point to the fact that their strength came from the humility in their lives.
Right. What is your hope to those who will pick up this book, The Power of a Humble Life? What do you hope they walk away with after reading this book?
Well, you know, I have a great belief that if you really want to change a person's life, you change their perspective, you change their worldview, the lens through which they see life. And again, I don't think people in our culture today have a real good understanding of the pride that they struggle with that's really ever present in their lives, and how to deal with that. And the fact is that we are basically called to pursue humility. It's a responsibility we have. We're told in both the Old and New Testaments that we are to humble ourselves before God. And so I think it's important to help people understand that, and how that this can radically change their lives if they put it into practice.
Well, yeah, it's an excellent book. I've had the privilege of reading it. You've done it once again. Richard Simmons, the name of the new book again is The Power of a Humble Life. You can pick it up at your local bookstore. It's all available in many other places. Many other retail locations are there at the website you see right there on your screen. Richard, thanks for the time.
Thank you, David.
And congratulations again. The name of the book, The Power of a Humble Life by Richard Simmons.